Oh, well, here we are.
Hey.
What is today?
Hey.
Today Wednesday?
Today is... Yeah, Wednesday.
Does anybody know what day it is? No, it can't be. Is it really Wednesday?
No, it's Tuesday.
it's
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I'm tripping. I'm sorry.
You're tripping. It's not Wednesday. It's
It's
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Tuesday. Tuesday. Last Tuesdays was Tuesday. Remember?
Yeah,
It was like
that was last
22,
Wednesday. Wow.
22.
That seems
So
like
Wednesday?
a couple days ago.
I thought it was
That's
Tuesday. No, it was
crazy.
Tuesday.
No, I know it was Tuesday.
But you just said Wednesday. Where'd Wednesday come in?
I thought it was Wednesday today. It's disgusting.
I have questions.
You have questions? I have answers.
So what do you think of laughing?
What do I think of laughing?
Yeah. What do you think of laughing? Like if you go, oh man, laughing. What is laughing? How do we? I mean, it shows up in so many weird places. There's like nervous laughter. There's uncontrollable laughter.
I think it's fire.
Fake laughter. There's.
I think it's fire. Whoever created that.
Whoever
that
created
human
laughter?
reaction, it's fire. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Well, but I don't think anybody created it because there's uncontrollable laughter.
I get what you're saying.
Well, then the other laughter spreads.
There's
So but the fake laughter starts with the uncontrollable laughter.
the fake laughter starts with the uncontrollable laughter.
The root of all laughter must be.
Well, no, if you're nervous, it's not fake. It's just uncontrollable.
Well, but I think the root of laughter, as we tried to study who created laughter. I believe the first person to bring laughter to the table had to be Ugg. On the day he saw Oogle fall down the hill, he said, "Oh my God, Oogle, look at you rolling down the hill." And he had uncontrollable laughter. And from there, hence, all laughter did spring. And Ugg was proud. And it was good.
This sounds like the beginning to a fairy tale.
Right?
About the origins of laughter.
In the beginning, there was a comedian named Ugg. You may know Ugg from his invention of the round wheel, but do you know that as a joke, first he showed everyone a square wheel?
Hey, did you guys see Oogle fall down?
Have you seen Oogle fall down? Oh my God, the way Oogle falls is so funny.
Right?
We have a million little. Laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah.
Laughter is this. Laughter is. But it's. I think it's a universal truth, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is that a human trait that we all?
I think it's the way that we accept things. Like I've noticed like when there's like a tragedy or something, it takes like 20 years.
It's part of the healing process.
Then we start to kind of sort of joke about it a little bit.
How many astronauts can you fit in an ashtray after the Challenger thing? And I think it's 11 and a teacher, if I remember correct, or 7 and a teacher. It was a really, but I'm not saying that's necessarily a funny joke, but I think it points out the fact that it's a healing moment.
I wasn't even alive when that happened, and that's still like.
They used to have big.
Hard to hear.
They used to have big races at the World Trade Center before it was blown up.
Really?
You'd start at the top, you'd have to race down the stairs to see who could get to the bottom fastest. Ends up, it was that guy that jumped out the window.
That's painful, man.
Well, but the point is, it's painful. That it's a way to examine your pain.
Yeah.
That I mean, it's taking something that is maybe you can't comprehend and putting it into a way that you can digest it.
I will say, like,
It's how to marinate bad thoughts.
A tasteful joke at the right time, like with the right circumstances, The
way only Gilbert Gottfried can get it right.
Yeah.
Affleck.
Affleck.
You know what? Except I'm on
No,
board.
well, I think if you want to make people laugh, there's always the chance that you could make things worse. But you have to deal with that.
I think that's a given.
You gotta. Not everyone is gonna react with giddiness and laughter when you make a certain joke.
There are
some jokes that just not funny. But there's also like some jokes that are just not funny to some people. So you gotta figure it out.
You gotta find that line.
Say what's funny to you,
You gotta find that line, don't you? The hardest part, I mean, I have so much respect for comedians because they put it out there. They are walking that line, like, okay, so all hats off to Chappelle. in the world of I'm willing to walk the razor's edge. And I know that what I'm going to get is criticism, but I want to start the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
A good conversation starts with a shared laugh.
He's like my favorite person to watch when it comes to like something really crazy just happened.
Yeah.
Or something really, really bad just happened.
When he came out,
I want to see what he thinks of it. Like I just want to know
when he came out
what
after
his
George Floyd. And
yeah, like I just want to know what his opinion is on it, or what he's gonna come up with. Just because like I really like the way he thinks. At least when the way it comes out through his jokes, you know.
Who out there has a direct connection to Dave? I would love to talk to Dave Chappelle. If he was, you know, we're in Ohio, and not like, oh, I want to use a ton of your time, but just
I would like to
minutes.
talk to him for 5. I would even say 1 minute. I'll give him an elevator pitch. I don't care.
Right. I got 60 seconds
Like-
for you, bro. Well,
Right?
wouldn't it be cool if there was a studio in Yellow Springs?
That'd be cool.
I mean, if he was if he heard about this and he's like, you know what, man, I get what you're doing, and what you're saying is we need more voices that we haven't heard, and that's kind of the point.
Oh.
That
I guess
whether
I'm
it
gonna
be
have
laughter
to-
or music
I
or
guess I'm gonna have to like figure out a way to get in touch with him.
we can just drive over to Yellowstone and look. Hey, bro! I bet he hates that. I bet that
Nah,
would
he
get
probably
you
does hate it.
straight up. That'd get you a no. Like, oh damn.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't even watch that.
I think you'd have to.
You'd have to.
See, I don't-
My best thought is like contacting people around him to talk to them
Right.
and be like, "Hey, we're doing this thing."
Kevin Bacon your way to somebody.
Yeah, that's
always
my
been
best
my
thought.
rule.
Like that's my best thought. Is
I think that should become a new thing. Hey, I baconed my way to that.
especially because if you can establish a good relationship with someone he has a good relationship with, it's more likely to come across as genuine when you come up to Dave or when they come up to Dave and they're like, "Hey, I met this really cool person that's doing this really cool thing. I just wanted to see like you wanted to see what they were doing."
I think
You know, like-
that's my whole
I think
theory
that's
on
the way
how
to
we
go.
grow this. It's a grassroots thing where you know what, so and so knows so and so,
Yes.
and that what you're watching is the connections.
Yeah.
And speaking of laughing, it makes me laugh over and over again when I go. I just feel like I'm going, hey, look at this thing, let's pay attention to it. I don't feel like I'm carrying something extra or something. I more feel like, hey, you know what, if we all just stand up, that's all we have to do. Make noise, be heard.
Right.
That as much as it doesn't feel like it, this is my revolutionary thought. This is my change the world thought. This is my if we laugh together, we won't fight together.
I don't even think about it as revolutionary. It's just like
Right.
compassionate. I think.
Yeah, no, compassionate works. That's one of my favorite words.
I mean,
That if I can light up my connections,
yeah.
and then they light up their connections,
Yeah.
and then they light up their connections. Okay, that's it. That's all.
Yeah, I get you.
Everything is actually connected.
I get you.
If we realize everything's actually connected,
Yeah.
and that the majority of us just need to stand up and laugh together. Oh my God, I'm telling you, one of the things I've gotten, and I've strayed away, I had a little bit of loss of confidence in calling the world there for a minute. But one of the things I loved about it, that I loved about it, almost to a one, we won't mention the one, but we shared laughter. That there was, in some cases, a bit of a language barrier, or in some cases, just a bit, who is this ridiculous fool on my phone? But you could sense that someone on the other side of the world cared. You could feel it. You could go, huh, we're sharing a moment. This is not a fake connection. This is, I can reach out and tap you on your shoulder and go, hey, I just checking on you.
Yeah.
Normalize reaching out and tapping people on the shoulder and going, hey,
Yeah.
I'm just checking on you.
Yeah.
And if you do that to your friends and they do that to their friends, I'm telling you, based on the way math works, it doesn't take long.
I would say if I wasn't so busy, I'd remember to do that more often. Cause
I was.
I'd say like almost every 2 weeks I go on like a binge of like just calling a whole bunch of people and texting people and being like, hey, just wanted to make sure you're all right. Just wanted to check
Binge
in.
on gratitude every once in a while. I mean, we binge on Netflix and Hulu and all that. Binge on gratitude. That there's something about just reaching out to the people that you feel thankful for. And I was doing that today. I was having a moment of that today. That I felt really lifted by my community.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the overall goal. That's it.
More help, more hands on deck.
Well, it doesn't even, it's not that much work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's, everybody feels like, oh, there's this overwhelming thing. What if we all supported each other? It ends up, that's all it takes.
I almost feel like you could get like any idea you have about like 5 to 10 people. Like I think you can get any idea going like pretty well if you have like 5 to 10 people. That's all you need.
Well, that's the goal.
And even then, it's like I would think of it as easy to get because once you go through your friends and family,
Why is it so hard then?
I mean,
Anyways, speaking of laughter,
well, you gotta find someone that believes in you. You gotta find the people you like. Really, if you want to do anything in life, like you want to make a business or you want to pursue a career or anything, you gotta find people that believe in you, and you have to believe in those people.
well, how do you build a nonprofit on laughter? It's not paying the bills very well.
How you build a nonprofit on laughter? I don't know.
So in my head, so I'm going through this weird thing. On top of laughter, I really want to just be a monk. It calls to me like constantly. But I want to be like a monk in the world. I'm ready to take whatever, in my head vows, whatever vows there are. I've really already kind of committed to most of them. And I keep my hair pretty short already. That I sometimes have, so it means that I desperately need people that can focus on that piece. Because it slips away from me.
The nonprofit piece?
No, the money piece. The nonprofit piece I'm good with. I'm good with the idea there's no profit. I don't even want, I've gotten to the point where I don't want to be paid at all. I just want the studio to pay a living wage to take care of the house and the family. So that that piece is off of my head. And then what I can do is, meditate and share more. And laugh more.
Well, most of that's going to be reinvesting and stuff like that to make the actual nonprofit better.
Well, the goal is that the artists involved in creating stuff, the shows, everything else, will get paid by the nonprofit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm suggesting that on top of the studio's piece, I'm going to give my piece to the studio too.
Right.
Not that, because all I really care about is keeping it going. I don't have, yes, I have needs, but I mean, they're rice, beans, cigarettes, the occasional Diet Coke.
I'll be honest, my like dream or goal for this is to get this to a point where I have to do the shows that we agree on, and we figure out the shows that I'm gonna do, and then I do those shows, and then I go and do other stuff.
You make
not,
music?
Not saying like I'm not gonna do stuff for the studio. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I totally agree.
It's totally just
I can picture
getting
getting
it
to
to a
points
point.
where
Yeah.
you're over here and we're here and we're still talking.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
still communicating and everything. It's still like very much a partnership.
That I love that. One of the things that being able to talk to other people opened up was our versatility. That you could be somewhere interviewing somebody. You could have somebody on your phone with
Right.
with two lavaliers.
Well,
and
my
be like, hey,
thought,
we're here
my
in this
thought
conversation
is
too.
one day I'm gonna go touring.
Uh-huh.
One day I'm gonna actually like sit down and make an album and release it, and hopefully I can tour
Right.
off that album and then make another one and tour off that. So at some point it'll get to the point where I could just do my little bit and get out of here, do the rest of the stuff I need to get done, and just have fun with life. I think this is fun. I think it'll only become more fun as it goes on.
Well, the reality is that You dream of a world where there's a producer in that seat and you get to actually communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I understand enough to communicate with them and be like, hey, I have a feeling you can do this. And then I could just spit that jargon at him, and he'll
It's gonna
he'll
flow.
know
Right,
immediately.
right.
He can do it way more efficient than I can, but I kind of get what he's doing.
In the end,
Yeah.
based on the directions we're going,
Yeah.
eventually we need multiple producers. We need.
Right.
It's a thing.
It's gonna be a whole
It's a
thing.
thing. That how far can I push my house to be that thing? God. You know, that to some extent, I mean, and meanwhile, so as I'm talking to people about the remodeling that we have no money for, that I'm going to go tear apart swing sets to get the wood for. For the record, everybody's like, well, but this is about laughing. And I laugh all the way through. Because it is funny. When you're trying to create something out of nothing or something. And the worst part is it feels new but doesn't feel new. It feels like I'm trying to share something. Not like I'm trying to, oh, look at this new thing I've created.
Right.
I'm trying to go, wait a minute, this exists.
I feel like there's
more to it. Go ahead.
there's very much like a sharing of what you wanted done more than anything else. Like, I've had the thought that like I probably am gonna like start other nonprofits when I'm like rich.
That'll make sense.
Yeah, because I have ideas and stuff that I want to do that is just I have so much that I want to get done, but I also know that I have to do what I'm doing, and I have to laugh, and I have to enjoy it, and I have to I have to go through what I gotta go through so that I can get there, so that I can enjoy it. Cause what I don't want is I don't want to get there and be resentful because I didn't enjoy it the whole way.
Well, I think the enjoying it the whole way is whether or not you take the time to look for joy along the way.
Definitely.
The problem is we all get obsessed with arrival, with getting to where we're going.
Yeah.
Where are you going? You're right here. That in the end, it's funny because you're the pieces that are joyful are the learning, and most of the learning is kind of painful. So you have to get really good at going, oh my God, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm not gonna do that again.
Oh no, in the moment I can do that. I can be like, ooh, you're doing a thing that is hilarious to you about a year from now.
Obviously a bit. No.
Right?
I see what you're doing there. And I appreciate the stand-up material, but could you shut the...
Right?
Wow, that was really good. Did you see how well I did that?
Right?
I censored myself. I planned the censor. I knew what was coming.
You planned it out. Well, it comes out better if you plan it.
Well, ridiculous things go wrong. Ridiculous things slow you down because you know what, you need to slow down. It's not a statement on reality. It's just sometimes you need to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes those are the most, this is what's slowing me down?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
well, it's like you get to a place where you realize that you're not moving anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And you forgot that something fell into the cogs a while.
It is the way. It's like chewing gum.
Yeah.
It happens.
So you've been slowing down for a minute, and now you're completely stopped, and you gotta go back in under the hood and figure out what's going on.
Get the chewing gum out.
Yeah, you gotta get it out.
Little sticky.
Yeah.
Just a little sticky. A little sticky.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon for an 18-year-old.
And sometimes it's you in your own head, and sometimes it's literally just a thing you weren't paying attention to.
I had a friend going through a thing. Wow, that's descriptive. But he was going through a thing, and we all know what that feels like. He was going through a thing. And his immediate reaction was to totally change everything and to give up on what he was doing. Screw this. I'm done. I'm tired of this BS.
Right.
Fortunately, there happened to be a speed bump in his way. He had something coming up that, you know what, he couldn't divorce himself from the situation until that piece was accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing was, so by the fact he had to rest in it for a minute anyways, so you could get the commitment to, I want to get to this piece 5 days from here.
Mm-hmm.
But by being able to go, okay, I can't do anything for 5 days, totally changed the way it went down. He rested in it, found his strength, I'm sure laughed about it a little bit.
Right.
Like, oh, man, I went off the top. So that happens.
Yeah.
How many times have you gone off the top and afterwards you're laughing and you're afraid to apologize?
Right.
You know you were an asshole.
Right.
I make basic rules to try and keep life better.
Yeah.
I always say thank you when I think it, and I always say sorry when I think it.
Yeah.
I know there's a big don't say sorry thing and self-talk and all of that.
I will say I 100% like, yeah, I'm very quick on realizing when I'm being an a-hole, because it immediately like changes the way that I act completely, and I'm like, ooh, wow, this doesn't feel right. Like, but no, I 100% believe that, like, if it wasn't for my family constantly telling me like, yo, you gotta graduate, you gotta graduate, you gotta graduate. If it wasn't for that, I'd have dropped out a while ago.
Humans are numbskulls.
Yeah.
Get out of the way what you think you know and laugh about it.
Yeah.
The first rule to learning anything is I don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's really hard.
Yeah.
But you gotta laugh at it when you don't know.
I say
normalize. One of the acceptable responses is, crap, I don't know. So you take a minute out.
I'd say that everyone knows that they don't know anything.
Everybody knows the dice are loaded.
But not everyone is like accepted it yet.
Well,
because it takes a lot to accept. Like, when you're having a conversation with someone, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna, like, if you guys talk about, I don't know anything. Oh, I don't know anything either, bro. We're just figuring it out, right?
Right.
We have that conversation, and then, like, while you're going through life, you realize, oh, snap. I'm acting like I know what's going on. I'm acting like I know all the pieces that are moving here. I'm acting like I know everything when I don't. And I'm stressing about it because I don't think I know that I don't know everything.
And you make yourself miserable because you can't. This is going to sound funny that, okay, he's forcing this. But the more you are sure that you know things, the less you laugh.
The more you are sure you know things, the less you...
Because
actually, that makes sense. That makes 100% sense. Because if you understood the joke, but it was just, you understood it, like, you're not going to laugh at it.
Laughter's a revelation.
That's a good point.
Laughter is something revealed.
It's like, oh, I never thought about it like that. That's funny. God, okay, that's interesting.
Like, yeah, oh my God, I just thought of that.
That's like, yeah, that's...
The very relative nature... You have to truly laugh.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to accept new things.
To truly
you
laugh,
have to be willing to see something a way you haven't seen it before.
Totally. I actually, yeah.
I love that.
That's, yeah.
It's because we laugh at when something, it's always when something is revealed.
That explains why I don't laugh at Have you ever watched stand-up and realized, like, you haven't laughed out loud once?
Yeah.
And then, like, I hate that. Sometimes, like, I hate that when I come away.
There's
like,
different kinds,
man. Like, different kinds of comedians can, like, make me laugh every once in a while, but there's only certain comedians that can, like, almost every joke, I'm busting out laughing.
Well,
like,
then I think there are some really cerebral comics that, like, you'll watch their show and you don't laugh through it, but you're kind of getting the chuckle in your head.
Of course.
Then about an hour later,
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
Oh, damn, that just clicked. you know?
Right, that was so funny. Right. Like, I definitely think that comedians are really interesting to me because of the fact that they have this ability to see things a certain way and then communicate that they see things a certain way and make it funny.
Well, it's like any art, you have to be able to paint a picture.
Yeah.
That all of those reactionary kind of feelings, that's the artist's bread and butter.
Yeah.
Even us.
Yeah.
Even to the point of us, that if something we say or are talking about, you go, wow, I felt that, or I know that,
right.
or I relate to that.
Right.
That I think that in its purest form is humanity. That ability to, that shared experience defines us. As much as we avoid the idea that there's this really cool shared experience amongst all humans, all living life.
Yeah.
However you want to describe it, that experience is real. And we find it, artists evoke it in us. They bring back together our connectedness with a shared experience.
Yeah.
We all look at, the Sistine Chapel. God reaching out. touching, and it's that moment of brilliance where God touches man.
Yeah.
And no matter what your faith, it's still a very meaningful
Picture.
painting.
Or image.
Yeah, image. That, or you go with something like the Mona Lisa, which is secular. That feeling you get, there's a distance in her. That there's I'm telling you, we carried that painting around for years, trying to get that smile right. Yes. That it's a tiny painting. It's not a big painting.
Really?
That's what
I actually didn't know that.
If you wait in a long line at the Louvre and don't know that, you get in front of this tiny little picture and you're like,
this is what everybody's been
we all waited for this?
over? Like,
So in other words, just a little bigger than the postage stamp they sell over there at the gift shop, eh?
wait, really?
No, I mean, it's
I was
like
about to
this.
say.
It's
I'm about to say.
portrait size. It's it's bigger than 5x7 maybe.
Okay.
But I mean, it's probably a full size, like, I don't know, I'm pointing at things that don't mean anything.
I mean,
If it's as big as a poster, I'd be surprised. So it's
I
smaller than that.
definitely-
I've never been there.
I definitely also think that there's a piece that I'm missing just because of the fact that I'm watching it on the screen. But
Well, you know what?
well,
had that
I
experience.
think I've never been to a comedy show, so I don't really know. Actually, that's a lie. I did go to a comedy
You
show.
did go to a comedy show.
I went to see Chappelle.
You saw Jeff Ross and Chappelle. Now,
Yeah,
it
I
wasn't
saw-
technically a comedy show. It
wasn't
was
yeah.
but they did comedy.
They had some comedy. They had Jeff Ross come on. They had some music afterwards, so it was a concert too.
Mhm.
They played a movie, and Chappelle did about 15 minutes. And it was like, it was different. It was definitely different than like just watching him on the screen. Because even Chappelle, as much as I love Chappelle, even Chappelle, sometimes I watch his shows and I'm like, okay, I get it. Like sometimes, like there's also times when he like has me dying of laughter. So but
Well, yeah.
it was very different being there and actually seeing him like say these things. It was like, that's just so.
Well, and it's infectious being in a
Interesting,
crowd
yeah.
that's laughing too.
Of course.
There's something. I like to think
Mm,
that whether it's tantric meditation, chanting, laughing in a group, singing in a group, moments where something's right and the energy's
oh yeah.
fire, like you can feel it. It moves through a group. And I'm not trying to describe something overly like wacky spiritual. I'm trying to talk about the shared feeling of laughter.
You know what's funny actually? That might okay. So you remember how like a couple months ago we used to always have arguments over like rap and like performance,
Yeah.
right? I think maybe the reason that I got so like defensive about that all the time.
Okay.
I've been like
The
I've
concert
been
goers have
to
vibe.
a concert like I've been to a I went to a Ski Mask concert and it was the best experience of my life.
Well, now-
like one of the best experiences. of my
Okay,
life.
so this all sprung from us watching a Drake video. Wasn't it Drake?
No, it was J. Cole.
Okay, J. Cole.
Yeah.
He looks so bored. I mean, yeah, he does the occasional I'm hopping around. 'cause that's
I think
what I'm supposed to be doing.
I think it was a phoned-in performance, but
That's my issue.
um,
That
I
when
definitely think that.
When
yeah.
I think of rock performances, I think of, man, that vibe is so strong. I get that the vibe in the crowd is still there.
Mhm.
I was bummed by his vibe. That was what I was trying to point out.
I
But
get
I'm
you.
like, wait a minute, how are you not feeling that crowd?
I get you.
How are you so disconnected?
Well, I think there's ebbs and flows to it probably.
Well, yeah,
because
but
when
you're here, you scheduled this show.
yeah,
You are putting on a performance.
yeah.
You are collecting money for the work you're about to do.
I'm saying
Get your ass to work.
I'm saying I know there had to be nights where Queen sucked. I know there had to be. Like
That's
where
just
they
wrong.
just where no,
There's no nights where Queen sucks.
no, I'm only saying I'm not saying that their songs suck.
I'm
They're awesome.
telling
They're
you
amazing.
shit.
I
I'm
love
telling
them.
you shit. Somebody do that
But-
for Prince Philip.
For okay.
Who
Anyways,
expected Prince Philip's penis in today's show?
no.
Not the Queen, that's
no,
for sure.
No.
Who dug that up?
I want to cut this out, but I know I'm not going to. Anyways, basically, like
Don't cut out
I know
Prince
that
Philip's penis.
I know that there were nights where Queen was
Prince
not
Philip's penis.
performing their best. They were not playing their best, like as far as they were playing their music.
Queen was not
But-
performing the best. Prince Philip's penis.
David Bowie. There were nights where David Bowie sucked. Oh my God.
I know,
it's
that's
even
kind of
worse.
been out there.
That's even
That's
worse.
not
That's
news.
even
That's
worse.
not
That's
news.
just. Okay. There were
Iggy
nights.
Pop has entered the chat.
Okay. Anyway.
Laughter's the best medicine. Do you see this? I
greatest-
love this part of the show.
Anyways.
I'm going to pause and really kill him because now he's got to try and hold on to the thought. But one of my favorite games, and I'm looking to do it more publicly because I love you all, is doing this thing that makes me laugh uncontrollably, which is making Ross try and hold on to a thought while I'm kind of a jerk. Go ahead, Ross. You were saying?
I was saying that there had to be nights where
Queen and David Bowie sucked.
rock stars
Okay.
were not playing their songs the best, or
No, I agree.
like there's gotta be like I definitely think that like
But in general, those aren't the ones they post like they were doing something.
he didn't post that like he was doing something.
Somebody did.
Rolling Loud posted it because it's J. Cole performing.
Well, that's
it's,
what I. But
it's not like
Okay, but he's okay. My point is,
Mhm.
sure, no night is perfect. We're all human. I react as much as you're defending him. I don't think anything bad of J. Cole. I like a lot of J. Cole's music. You know that. It was more just the feeling
Granted,
like
I've never been to a J. Cole concert, so I don't know. Like,
I have friends that had that said,
I don't know.
actually, he slept through it. Now that I think about it, Jack slept through that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He slept through the concert.
Well, he was pharmaceutically enhanced and made wrong decisions. But his choices didn't go the other way.
Okay.
I think he got kicked out for falling asleep.
So I think we'll consider that story net neutral.
Net neutral?
Balances out, yeah.
I don't know.
Because J. Cole might have sucked that night, but also he was, in top key.
I've had that theory about J. Cole for a minute too, though.
I keep walking it out. I don't know how I haven't learned the lesson by now, but I just haven't.
I think it's because you enjoy it too.
No, I
No?
forget is what happens. That's exactly what happens.
And that night, maybe J. Cole sucked.
Oh my God. Anyways,
The point is, though, that everything
laughing at your antics is still fun.
everything can be twisted around to be silly.
Yeah.
I used to give a speech. I worked with lots of people, and what I would do is we'd get there, and my job was to run this crew in doing this job. And I would always start off with, you know what, there's two ways this can go. If you want, we can complain all the way through, we'll be done at the end of the day. Or, and this is my preference, I know a couple jokes, you probably know a couple jokes. We'll laugh, we'll keep moving in a continuous direction, we'll get done at the same time, and we'll be happier at the end of the day. If it's no fun, why do it? And I don't mean that by don't do anything, I mean that kind of onus is on you. Not like, hey, this is no fun, I'm not going to do it, but like, you can make anything kind of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, go our episode, The Flood.
When I worked at that place that will remain unnamed, my goal was always like.
Why do you keep bringing up other
I don't
people's
know.
packages?
Just reminded me of that joke that you told. Yeah.
That place that will remain unnamed. Your ex.
Anyways, my goal was always like, all right.
Your
even
ex
if I'm
package
having-
handler.
Even if I'm having a bad day, I'm
So
not.
you had a
I'm
bad
gonna
day.
try not to ruin anybody else's day.
You're the wine like a bitch.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm gonna try not to ruin anybody else's day.
I get that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
I try to. I feel better if I can add laughter.
Right. I'd even go out of my way to be like peppy in front of people.
I try to treat. Well, here's the thing. I think. And this
Not
is,
peppy. I don't know.
This has confused people along the way
Uh-huh.
in the business world. But I am big on the idea that you have to treat people like people first. Like, understand that people are human and going through stuff. And
Right.
Josh would like to add some artists are just never good live. Are you not on? Are you on the
true.
thing?
That's very true.
Are you on your thing?
I just got on the
you
thing.
on your
I'll be
thing?
honest. I'll be honest. I just got on the thing.
The Facebook Live thing? The talking to people thing? I know I'm doing it now, man. There are days when it's a 50-year-old dealing with an 18-year-old.
No, I was there. I was there.
Speaking of funny.
The thing is, I was there. I just forgot to like go to it and refresh it. That was all that happened, you know. No, man.
Right? I just had to. Mine just never refreshes.
Yeah.
The only way I can really even follow the chat is I have to go to Facebook on my phone. I should anyways.
Yeah.
Because then it adds another person watching it. We're just so sad.
We're so sad.
We are so sad.
Wow.
So what I've done is I've gone around to all the devices in the house and look, we have viewers.
It'll fool YouTube.
Am I doing it?
I
No,
think-
there are real people out there.
I think.
I
There's people
saw
out
there.
there.
Josh is out there. Joe's out there. There are people out there.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not just doing the show for my own private humor.
No, this time there's actual. Yeah.
There are days I think
There are
I'm-
some days where we're just.
Speaking of laughter, there are days I'm doing this just because what it does is it makes me giggle that I am.
Right.
God, I go. Can you hear my voice going already?
Can I hear your voice going?
It's
No.
like-
I literally can't tell. I cannot tell.
Can the world tell? I can tell. But if it sounds good, more power to you, baby.
Your voice is very rough naturally, so I don't really.
Is it?
I don't notice the change.
Is it harsh?
Yeah, pretty. Well, I mean, like kind of, but not really. It's like it's a weird mix.
Well, like, is it a good voice or
It's
is
like
it
it's like a nice grovelly.
a nice grovelly? I've got that. I've got a throaty voice.
Is that what that means?
You know, yeah, where it's got that gravel to it. That's,
Yeah,
I'm usually talking about
yeah.
female singers when I'm talking about that, though.
Yeah, that's why I was saying. That's why I was saying throaty doesn't sound like the word for that. It also.
I just thought about J. Cole.
Yeah, it's. I was thinking about boy, but you know. But whatever floats your boat.
That's so wrong.
I had to flip it. I had to find a way to flip it.
That's so wrong. It's so wrong. I want you to know that there have been more dead penis references in this show today than any show I've ever done. Not to say that's a high bar, but these penises have surpassed it.
Oh my god. This is so horrible, but this is gonna be good for clips.
Yeah. So Prince Philip and David Bowie's dead penises walk into a bar.
No.
No.
No. You're not starting off the joke that way.
Oh my God.
You're not.
Oh, come on.
No.
And on that night, the Queen sucked. It was a very British evening. I know that we're wrong with that. I really do know that. I really, really do know that.
It's funny because one
But
of
the
the.
point is laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That however you get there, laugh at it. Everybody, listen, no matter how bad it is, 5 years from now, you're going to tell a bad joke about it because it's how we deal with pain. Okay? Screw 5 years. Zelensky the hell out of your life. You know what? If you're in the middle of being invaded by Ukraine, tell a good joke. Laugh at them. Stand up and be who you are. You got to make noise. You got to be heard. And in the end, you got to laugh.
You guys ever had your anxiety shoot through the roof? I'm not gonna lie. When you said Ukraine, I immediately thought you were gonna tell a Ukraine joke, and I was like, whoa.
You know what?
I was like, whoa.
Their comedian chief has it covered for me, man.
Yeah, he's fire.
He's fire as all get out.
Yeah.
Did you? I'm holding my own phone, and I'm taking a picture of me and my entire cabinet in war
He
gear.
was taking a video. He was like, yo, people keep saying I'm left. I'm not gone. I'm here.
I'm right here.
With the homies. Like, come on now. We're ready. Like,
Throwing up some drip signs or something, you know? Some Cyrillic hand figure. You know what? In the world.
I bet Ukraine's got game.
Well, but actually, the Ukrainians know it for a nasty. Is it Ukrainian mafia? Yeah, the Ukrainian mafia is particularly nasty.
Really?
And I would suspect they are all on board.
They're like, yo, no, my mom lives there. No, I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Like that whole Ukrainian thing is like new school mafia. It isn't that old school stuff. It's like it's brutal. But
It's a whole
but that's
other
been
thing.
that way in a while. So, you know, here's a call out to every mafioso or mafia group, I don't care what cartel you run on the planet. Take out the oligarchs. We're done with this. Help the people. Take them out. Go after Putin. I don't care. Well,
I mean,
okay, so all of that is a reaction to the world we've created.
I don't know about take out the oligarchs. I will say, like, if I got my game,
I don't necessarily mean physically kill
if
them.
I got
Wait a
my,
minute, let me.
if I got my like money illegally, I would be doing good things with it.
That's
Because
my
of the fact,
point, yes.
Because of the fact that I would be doing mostly good things with it. Because of the fact that, like, I want to at least be able
Save
to
the
say
barrio
that I did a
first,
good
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be able to at least say I did a good thing.
So, do you think that one of the things you want to do is release hippopotamuses in the portion of Columbus you used to live in?
No.
Would you like to start, like, you know?
Hippopotamuses, like, they kill people, right?
Nah, they live in water.
I've heard something about, like, the hippopotamus, like, is like
I
a.
love is always the references is like, you're like, what is he talking about? What do I talk about hippopotamus?
No. I've heard that there's, like, man-eating hippopotami.
Hippopotami?
I don't know how to say that.
Oh my god!
Man-eating hippopotamus.
Let's get off the hippopotamuses.
I don't know.
But well, that's what Drake said.
Oh my god.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Anyways. And obviously we tried to take a lighter note at the end. All of our discussions of hippopotami. But we laughed. And we shared it.
I'm trying to laugh all the time.
And you know what? Share more of that. Make noise. Be heard. You don't have to be fighting the world. That's not how we have to win. We have to win by laughing at it.
Don't try to fight it.
Don't try. You gonna sing something?
I ain't singing nothing.
I'm not singing nothing.
I ain't singing nothing?
Ah,
Oh, I ain't singing nothing.
don't try to fight it.
Oh my god, that's
It
bad.
sounds like Ned, doesn't it?
Oh my
From
god.
South Park. Don't try to fight
The voice thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can't. I don't.
We're actually off,
Ryan.
It's not a.
Oh, it's not, is it?
Yeah.
Neil, I lied. We weren't actually off. You can come in though. Now we're off. Sort of. I'm waiting for the tag to pop up. The tag to pop up. We laughed. I don't know where we went other than we laughed.
Yeah, we did. We did laugh.